If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated.
Hello, Miles on the Road subscribers and followers. I have been really reluctant to do this video. I've been asked a lot about the subject, which I'll get to the subject in a moment. But I wasn't even sure that YouTube would even allow it. There are words, and there's a lot of words, that YouTube will consider inappropriate and not suitable for advertisers, and they may demonetize you, or anyway. So I wasn't even sure I wanted to spend the time to make a video that, you know, wasn't going to do anything. But so I'm going to have to talk in code a little bit. Because the word that I would like to use, I can't use. Anyway, so what we're going to be talking about is how to, 4 methods to use the restroom. And when I talk about the restroom, I hope everybody understands that I'm talking about number 2. So we won't be going number 1, we're only talking about number 2. I hope everybody understands what that is. I don't know, I know I got some European visitors. So for anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about with the number 2, that's when you sit down on the toilet and yeah, well, anyway, yeah, number 2. Let's hope everybody knows what I'm talking about. So I have 4 methods, and all these methods we have used just to make sure it was feasible. And so I'm going to go through these. The first one and the most logical one is if you can get to a campsite that has a bathroom, whether it's a privy. When I say privy, that's it's a vaulted toilet, an outhouse type of thing. It doesn't have water. It just, you know, you open up the lid and there's all the stuff down there, kind of nasty. Usually has bugs and mosquitoes that you don't want to get bit by. There's an advantage to that. You don't have to remove the raw material. You don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to take care of it. But there is a disadvantage. Usually, they're not very clean. So, you have to clean them. I mean, I have to clean them. There's just no way I could use one of those without cleaning it. So, I mean, obviously, that is an option, is to find them. A campground with a bathroom. And there are a lot of campgrounds. I mean, a lot of boondocking campgrounds. I can't think of one that we've been to, an actual established boondocking campground that didn't have one. Now, where we're at right now, we're kind of out in the national forest a little bit, about a quarter mile from the actual campground. And of course, there's no bathroom here. So, but that's a very reasonable option. Number 2, a porta-potty. Some people call these a compost toilet, and they're not really compost toilets, because compost means it would turn into dirt, you know, through whatever processes nature does. That's not what this is. You can buy porta-potties where you can, and they're battery operated, and so you go to the bathroom, and the ones, these are non-chemical porta-potties. This is the only one we've ever used. And it goes into a bag, okay? So it opens up, the stuff goes down into a bag, and when the bag is full, then you, the porta-potty will seal the bag for you. It's a double-lined bag. And then you can just throw the bag away. There is a mosquito. I'm going to get it. There it is. I got it. So you can double line the bag. Or it's a double line bag. Now, it's very clean and easy to use. They're not very reliable. You look these things up on Amazon, or Home Depot. I'm sorry, Home Depot. And the reviews aren't that great. They don't last very long. What I found to be a huge disadvantage to these things is the price of the bag. They're very expensive, and so with us being on a very limited budget, it just didn't work out for us very long. So If you're just camping, it might be a reasonable thing, but if you're living out here like we are, it gets too expensive way too fast just to go to the bathroom. I mean, you got to recognize, you go to the bathroom at your house, and it's relatively free. I mean, you got toilet paper maybe, and the cost of water. But to pay the price of those bags, I just didn't feel like that was a good idea. So that takes us to number 3. Now, and this, you need to check your own area, legal stance on this. You know, is it legal or not? Most national forests allow you to do this. They actually recommend it, but you can dig a hole. But you have to dig it deep enough to make sure that animals aren't going to dig it up. And a good rule of thumb is the same depth as your shovel. So let's say your shovel has, I don't know, 6-8 inches, whatever that is. That's how deep you want to go. Make it big enough that you can, you know, comfortably make sure you hit it. And then get all your toilet paper and everything in there, and then cover it back up and pack it real tight so the animals won't come in. It's not a preferred method. I mean, I feel uncomfortable being out in the woods doing that, so you know, I'm just very discreet. I really like my shower tent. Which brings us to the method, after we got rid of the porta-potty, which brings us to the method that we like to use the most. It's the bucket. It's the most simplistic, easiest one to use. And what you do is you put a bag in the bucket, okay? And then you can put a pool noodle around the edge of the toilet, or the bucket, and then you can use it that way. Now, a lot of people will reuse the bag until, you know, it's reasonably full. I don't like doing that. We replace the bag after every use. That way you don't have to put a lid on it, seal it up, and all that kind of stuff. Now, what you do though is, a lot of people will use kitty litter to cover the stuff, the bathroom stuff, covered up. But Carolyn actually found a better method, and it smells better. It covers the smell a lot better than kitty litter, and that is fire ash. Ash you get from the fire pit. And we were using kitty litter for a long time, but you can still smell. Not horrible, but you can still smell it. When we put ash in it, the smell is totally gone, and even though it's free, this is free, that's what I like about it, you actually use less, which isn't important because it's ash. I mean, you get all the ash you can carry, but it really didn't use a lot. So it was quite impressive when she discovered the ash. And we discovered it by accident, basically. We ran out of kitty litter. So we were just trying to find something that worked, and that worked. And so we continued to use it. So now, people have asked the question, is it legal to throw it away? And I have not found anything that says it's illegal. But if you think about it, when you walk your dogs and they go to the bathroom, what do? You pick it up and you throw it away. Baby diapers, what do you do with those? The disposable diapers, you throw them away. So I don't think there's anything illegal about it. I can't find any laws on it. So if you feel like it's illegal, then you need to check your area laws to make sure that it's legal for you. So don't take my advice and say, oh, well, you know, Rob says it's legal. I'm not saying it's legal. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I can't find anything that says it is illegal. And I'm sure I'm going to get all kinds of comments with everybody telling me whether it's legal or not. That's fine. It might be helpful for someone to know. So anyway, that's how you go to the bathroom, or at least 4 methods you can use to go to the bathroom when you're boondocking. I hope that finally answers the question, because it's a very embarrassing subject for me. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.